Good morning, Falcons. I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Campbell.
And you're watching
The Falcon Report.
This week, we celebrated so many wins at Ludlow.
Congratulations to the mock trial team for advancing to the state finals.
Congratulations to the ski team for winning states.
And congratulations to the boys basketball team for their great season.
And lastly, thank you to Mu Alpha Theta for putting on the great Pi Day celebrations.
This week, we wanted to highlight all the great staff at Ludlow.
Oh yeah, here's Ryan and Tanner to tell us more about Mr. Morris.
Tim Morris has been a popular counselor since arriving at Ludlow with his contributions to many clubs and his approachability in the counseling center. But how exactly did Mr. Morris get his start in his counseling career?
I became interested in working with students and counseling. My mother was a counselor, and also my history and my background in recovery. I always wanted to work with that population. Also, back in high school, we really didn't have any counselors to go to, and I always wanted to work in a high school to have somebody to go to have somebody that you can, if you're in trouble, if anything's going on, you can go to.
Well, Tim is probably one of the most approachable authority figures in the school. He is open to talk about anything that you need to talk about whenever you need to talk about it, no matter what he's doing, how you're feeling. He'll always be available to you, and he has no judgment whatsoever.
You know, you can't make somebody talk that doesn't want to talk, but you can always, just by being real and assuring them that, it's between you two. Your office is safe, doesn't go outside the door. I think those all calm a student down, so they feel comfortable in talking.
Tim is a part of a large counseling team here at Ludlow. Tim tells us how the open door policy in the counseling center is important for making students feel comfortable and open.
Basically, I want the open door policy, so it's about having a safe space. So whatever the safe space is for you, my door is always open. So all students are welcome in my office. In the counseling center, we're open to any student that wants to come down here, no matter what the issue, problem, whatever it is, we're open.
If you're ever having an issue, whether that's at home, socially, or at school, he is the person that so many students here go to because he is always going to help.
Just because of everyone knowing how supportive Tim is, we've gotten so many new members in our club of people who want to be a part of it because they know that, about Tim and how great he is and how great of an impact he has on the community. So he's kind of inspired a lot of people to just, be a part of something bigger.
Whether you need help or not, Tim is always available in the counseling center as well as our other counselors here at Ludlow.
Wow, our staff really makes our school so special.
Yes, teachers make our school so amazing. Speaking of, here's Jack and Ryan to tell us more about teacher trivia.
Yo, what's up, Falcons? Welcome back to another teacher trivia. I'm your host, Jack Nickel. Y'all know the rules, so let's get it. Each teacher has married the same man twice. Miss Welk, Mrs. Dewey, or Mrs. Heyman?
Not Mrs.
I'll go with Mrs. Heyman.
Miss Welk.
I'm gonna go Miss Welk.
Your answer is Mrs. Dewey.
What?
Yeah, it is actually Miss Dewey.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy.
Which teacher named their dog after the man Frank Sinatra? Miss Krieger, Mrs. Forza, or Miss Marcello?
Miss Krieger.
Miss Marcello.
We'll start spreading the news because the answer is Mrs. Forza.
It is Mrs. Forza, the health teacher.
Shoot.
And now the end is near, so get ready for our last question. Which one of these teachers has worked on a building in New York? Mrs. Souza, Dr. Books, or Dr. Hatzitz?
I'd say Dr. Books.
Mrs. Souza.
The answer is Mrs. Souza.
What? You can't be serious.
You're right.
My dad is an electrician for Local 3, which is a really big union that does a ton of electrical work all over New York City. They have a college helper program where they would pay college students to come help for the summer, and they paid us apprentice rates, so a lot of money for our college kids so that we could support ourselves while we were in college and not have to rely on our parents. I worked at 277 Park Ave. I had no idea how to be an electrician, how to help the electricians, but I showed up every day. I got coffee for them. I ran cable through the ceiling. I would go get whatever tools they needed. I tried to stay safe and not mess anything up too badly, but it was actually really fun. I got to work with a group of people that, I had never anticipated. I learned, how much skill and how much training you need to have to work on a heavy construction site like that. How organized you have to be, kind of liaising between the carpenters and the electricians and the data guys. So it was really fun, it was challenging, and I'm really happy I did it.
And that's all for today. Tune in next time for more teacher trivia.
I never would have guessed Miss Souza worked in construction.
I know, right? That's so cool.
Well, that's it for now.
Have a good weekend, Falcons.
This is Campbell.
And this is Sabrina, and this has been
The Falcon Report.